Good evening, afternoon, or morning, everyone. This is Two-Tailed Caperer. I'm here with a new segment that I'd like to call Grammar with Gunty. In this segment, we are going to be reviewing Chantal, aka Foodie Beauties, or now the Chantal Show. She's rebranded again, I guess. We're going to be reviewing her rage-induced community posts and editing them to fix grammar, spelling mistakes, blatant lies, perhaps. So yeah, this should be fun. I'm not sure where to start because this is the first one, so let's read this out in its entirety. It is so sad, Boozin, you are reducing your already low self to reading obvious childish lies from the internet about Salah's company. Who cares what market his products are sold in? At least he has something of his own. At least it's an honest living. Also, just the other day, weren't you moron reactors claiming his business is a scam and he doesn't sell in stores? So which one is it? Is it a storeless scam or is he selling in a cheap store? You know what we find pathetic? That you have to earn your income reaching like the child you are and bullying to buy ice cream for your poor child who has a morally defective mother to raise her. You are getting desperate for content, I know, but please get a life. Go start a company. Why make fun of dollar store? End quote. It's not dollars here, by the way, which is not even true, so your dumb reactions are lies as usual, when you don't even have good enough credit to get an apartment for yourself and your daughter. So maybe check your own pathetic situation before judging others. Even if some of the products, which are meant to be affordable, are sold for 2.5 KD, that's $11, which is not a dollar. Can you learn before you open your mouth? Okay, so reading through this, I'm seeing and probably hearing some things that could be adjusted. Um, our queen, Chantal, she is an English major, so I'm sure if she had spent a little bit more time writing this out, maybe she would have gotten some more things right. But this was rage induced, and I would like to thank Breezy for inducing this rage because it's quite entertaining. First of all, I would take this first section here and maybe switch these two things around. So instead of saying it is so sad, boozin', I would start with saying boozin', comma. It is so sad you are reducing your already low esteem to reading obvious childish lies from the internet about Salah's company. Now that is a very long sentence. So we need to break that up. So we'll start with that first comma. Boozin', it is so sad. Um, I would say for me, if I was writing something, if I was going to emphasize letters like this, I would take it all the way and just do three. So let's erase this extra O because it's kind of pointless on its own. You are reducing your already low self to reading obvious childish lies from the internet about Salah's company. I mean, it's a very long sentence, but you are reducing your already low self. Well, if we know allegedly if it's her low self, then we don't need this already here. We can get rid of that. You are reducing your low self to reading, I think this we can remove as well, childish lies, because they're not quite obvious. You lie about everything, Chantal, so who's to say what you're lying about and what you're not lying about? So nothing's obvious with you from the internet about Salah's company. Also, it's not Salah's company, it's Salah's and Murad's company. And if I had to guess, I would guess that Murad probably has more stake in it than Salah does. Who cares what market his products are sold in? That sentence seems fine to me. Let me think about it. Who cares what market his products are sold in? It probably would have been better if she said, who cares what market he sells his products in? So let's switch these around. Of course, I only have a little pen here, so I can't like retype it, but maybe I will retype it out on its own, and I'll show you guys what I think I can do with it at the end. But we're just grading this for now. At least he has something of his own. At least it's an honest living. See, these sentences are pretty short and they're kind of redundant when you put them together because they're very similar. I would change this period to a comma here and add a little and. At least he has something of his own, and at least it's an honest living. I'm pretty sure his perfume company is just a ripoff of Dar Al Tib. So is it an honest living, Chantal? And also the money that he gets from you, is that really an honest living where you lie every day? But we'll ignore that. We'll go with her delusions on this one. Let's see. Also, just the other day, weren't you moron reactors claiming his business is a scam and he doesn't sell in stores? Well, weren't you just the other day, Chantal, claiming that he doesn't sell the Beezer perfume in stores? So that's a lie that you told that you were called out for. Let's see. This is wrong. This should be moronic if we're going to go with proper English, Miss English Major. Weren't you moronic reactors claiming his business is a scam and he doesn't sell in stores? Let's put a comma here, I think. So which one is it? Is it a storeless scam, comma, or is he selling in a cheap store? You know what we find pathetic? That you have to, let's change this here to a semicolon, I think. That's a bad semicolon. And then of course this would be a lowercase t. Whoops, that is weird looking, isn't it? Let's undo that. Let's change this to a lowercase t as well. That you have to earn your income reaching like the child you are. She's a fully grown adult, Chantal. You're the one who seems to be very childish. And bullying to buy ice cream for your poor child who has a morally defective mother to raise her. I think there should be another comma here. Bullying to buy ice cream. Okay. That's strange. Who has a morally defective mother to raise her. I'd actually say that as a mother, Breezy seems pretty responsible. You can say what you want about the garlic bread situation. That situation is actually why I stopped watching Breezy personally. I do check in every once in a while, but I don't comment on her channel anymore. I just couldn't get past that for me personally. If you enjoy Breezy, keep enjoying Breezy. She gets Chantal to rage, so and she does really good updates, like daily updates, hourly updates on Chantal. So her channel still has good content on it. Um, so I would say that as far as her parenting skills, where she actually gave her daughter to her father so that Breezy could get recovery that she needed to be a better mother, I'd say that she was a very irresponsible parent in that case. You are getting desperate for content, I know. We'll switch these around too. We'll just switch this, but I know it has to be at the front. I know you are getting desperate for content, comma, but please get a life. And I think there should be another comment here, or you could probably do a dash there. Go start a company. Why does Breezy need to start a company? What is Breezy going to sell? Breezy already has some affiliates. She has the perfume company. I remember that one. I remember that the coldest water bottle actually canceled your affiliation, Chantal. So maybe why don't you go get an affiliate? Why make fun of dollar store? I think she meant to say dollar stores. It's not dollars here, by the way. Well, it is Kuwaiti dollars. So let's change that. It's Kuwaiti dollars here, by the way. And then this part added onto it. Why make fun of, let's ignore this for now. Why make fun of dollar stores, which is not even true, so your dumb reactions are lies as usual when you, this sentence is so long. Why make fun of dollar stores when, I think she's trying to say, why make fun of it being sold at a dollar store when it's not even being sold at a dollar store? So how would we change that? I guess we would just have to rewrite this whole part entirely, which is not even true. And then we'll make this a new sentence. Why make fun of dollar stores? Question mark. Your dumb reactions are lies as usual. She's just reacting to what you've put out. And you did say the bees and perfume was not being sold in stores. So let's turn this into another sentence. Let's get rid of this part. Your dumb reactions are lies as usual. Let's make that its own sentence. And then we don't need that. You don't even have good enough credit to get an apartment for yourself and your daughter. You didn't even have good enough credit to get an apartment on your own, and you had to bum off Pete's, and then you turned the whole place into a mess, Chantal. And if I remember right, I do remember Breezy posting some videos about house renovations. So she at least does have an apartment with a kitchen, and it looks much nicer than your shoebox that you're living in Kuwait. So let's go back to the sentence. We're starting here. You don't even have good enough credit. It should be like your credit isn't even good enough. Let's do that. Your credit isn't even good enough to get an apartment for yourself and your daughter. And it's not a question, it's a period at that in that case. So maybe check your we don't need this. This is stupid. Maybe check your own pathetic situation before judging others. If Chantal thinks it's pathetic, then I mean, just think about what we think about her situation. She just gets out of an abusive relationship with a meth addict crackhead, and now she's living in a cupboard in Kuwait, and she's sweating profusely every day. Miserable. I love that for her. Maybe check your own pathetic situation before judging others. Even if some of the products, which are meant to be affordable, are sold for 2.5 Kuwaiti dollars, there should be a dollar sign there. That's $11, which is not a dollar. I think she meant to say that's $11 Canadian. So let's say $11 CAD, which is not, and I think she means $1. Can you learn before you open your mouth? And I think we can make this sentence better by saying, can you educate yourself? I have more room to write down here. Can you educate yourself before you open your mouth? Okay, so now I'm just going to go over this briefly. Wherever there was a missing punctuation or where the sentence structure is wrong, I'm going to remove 5 points from the score. So we have a total of 100 points that she could be shooting for here. So we're going to remove 5 points for every grammar mistake. So we'll say that's -5. Let's do -5 for these for all of the useless words that are in here. So we've got a 90 already. We'll do 85 for that. For stitching these sentences together, I'm gonna give her credit for that because um, I think it makes more sense when you use short, repetitive sentences like that when you're actually talking, but when you're writing it down, I think it's better to put them together, at least in this case. It's long enough. We have a grammar mistake here, so now we're down to 80 points. Missing punctuation, we'll do these two together, we'll say, so 75. Um, we'll ignore this, I think. Uh, 70 points, 65. We'll put these two things together for 60. The semicolon and the missing dollar sign. We'll do 55 here. She's missing pertinent information, 50. And then I won't take points off for that. So we're looking at a 50 out of 100. I'm pretty sure that constitutes a failing grade, Chantal, an F. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to retype it out and make it look presentable. And we'll see if we have a better looking rage post. So I will be right back for that. Welcome back, everyone. I've just edited down this delicious rage post from our girl Chantal. Let's read this out again. Now, I have changed some of the question statements into just regular statements. I think that read a little bit better. So yeah, and I did indulge her in a few places, and so we'll see. Boozen, it is so sad that you're reducing your low self to reading childish lies from the internet about Salah's company. Who cares what market he sells his products in? At least he has something of his own, and at least it's an honest living. Just the other day, you moronic reactors were claiming his business is a scam and that he doesn't sell products in store. So which one is it? Is it a storeless scam, or is he selling products in the cheap store? You know what we find pathetic? That you have to earn your income reaching like the child you are and bullying me to buy ice cream for your child who is being raised by a morally defective mother. I know you are getting desperate for content, but please get a life. Go start your own company. Why make fun of dollar stores? It's Kuwaiti dollars here, by the way. Your dumb reactions are lies as usual. Your credit isn't even good enough to get an apartment for yourself and your daughter. Check your own pathetic situation before judging others. Even if some of the products are sold for 2.5 Kuwaiti dollars, they are meant to be affordable. That's $11 Canadian, which is more than just $1. Please educate yourself before you open your mouth. And I think that is much clearer. We get the rage across, but we don't have to suffer through broken sentences, missing punctuation. Yeah, again, I don't agree with what she's saying. Of course, Chantal is a very stupid woman, a very impulsive woman, and though she claims she's trying to change, she never will change. She'll always be the same desperate, sad, pathetic LOLcow that she's always been since she started her YouTube journey. So there's that. Thank you so much for watching this first episode of Grammar with Gunty. Hopefully, I can do some more and it'll be fun. Thanks for watching again. Bye.
My pee in the morning is like bright, bright, bright orange.